Here at Pomona Raceway with Dodge for their 1320 launch.
Yeah, so we're out here doing the walk around before the event start. A bunch of 392s, some red eyes, of course the 1320s over there, and they got the elephant out here. Hey, Demonage, what you think about this 426?
Man, I like it, man. I think it's a beautiful car. I wish they could make it. I think if they made it again, they would have another hit, just like when they came back and made the Challenger.
I thought the 1320 was gonna have a 426 in it. That would have made it awesome, don't you think?
Well, I think they probably have it coming later, but right now the 1320, I think is going to give everybody what they want. Something they can race and drive daily without tearing it up.
Nice.
That's what people want.
A drag pack you could finance.
Yeah, there you go.
The man, right? The myth, the legend. It's the Wilder.
How you doing?
Jim Wilder. Where's Mark?
Right here.
Yeah, Mark. All right, guys. I think everybody knows. Well, I know most of you. Some of you I don't. But I'm Scott Brown. EPR for Fiat Chrysler on the West Coast. We have Kristen Starnes over there talking to Herman Demonology. Maybe she's touching religion or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Pretty special. We can be here. We can be here with this vehicle. I'm probably going to steal something Jim's going to say, but I believe if a customer buys a 1320, there's some kind of association with the NHRA, which we'll talk about.
And the MCA.
Anyway, we have Mark Trolson from design. We've got Jim Wilder from engineering. Kevin Hellman from the brand. These guys are going to talk for a little bit, and then I'll come back up when we're done, and we'll start driving. So.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out today with us to enjoy these three vehicles that we have here. Kind of our big three for 2019 on the Challenger. Just pretty much right around a year ago, right now, we were just kind of finishing up our Demon build, the 3300 limited production car, and that's when everyone started kind of asking, okay, well, what are they going to do next? What's Dodge going to do next? Our customers are asking us, when are we getting more power? When are we going to get more of this, more of that? So we didn't just follow up with one car. We followed up with three. Three very distinct, very different versions of the Challenger. So the Challenger continues to kind of buck the trend in the automotive industry of cars going away. Actually, 2018 was the best Challenger sales year that we've ever had. So while people are kind of shying away from the boring, monotonous cars, the ones with personality, the ones that are fun to drive, people are coming after. So we're really excited about what 2018 was for us. It was also the second year in a row that we beat Camaro. So we're happy to be number 2 in the muscle car wars. And then Q4 last year, we were actually the number 1 muscle car. So again, we're continuing to trend up, and I think it's because a lot of what we have behind us. So, like I said, it's what are we doing after Demon? Well, really, kind of the next thing after Demon is this Red Eye. So the 2019 Challenger SRT Hellcat Red Eye. This is really a marriage between the best parts of a Hellcat and then the powertrain of the Demon. You can see in the logo, we've got the little red eye. It's kind of just a little nod to show that off. And Mark will talk more about that. So underneath the hood here is the 797 horsepower, high output, 6.2 liter supercharged V8. Makes 707 foot-pounds of torque. And you can see the hood here for the increased airflow in that engine to get that power. So, and Jim will kind of walk through more about the powertrain pieces here. So. The Red Eye is available in both wide body and standard narrow body, we kind of call it. And it starts at $69,995. So really excited to have this car to kind of continue that legacy of maximum horsepower, maximum performance. This vehicle will do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, 203 miles an hour top speed, and quarter mile in 10.8 at 131 miles an hour. Those three figures combined makes it the world's fastest, quickest, and most powerful muscle car in the world. The next car I want to talk about is the Challenger RT Scat Pack Wide Body. Over the years, the Scat Pack community has really continued to grow as importance within our lineup. In 2015, when we launched the Scat Pack, about 4% was what we consider a performance trim level. Now we're about 25%, and Scat Pack has a big piece to play in that. So the engine carries over in this vehicle with the 485 horsepower, 392 Hemi V8, and you can see we added the wider wheels and tires. This wasn't an exercise of how can we just slap these on and then keep everything the same. The suspension's been completely redone. Jim Wilder will go through that, but really to make the most of these tires. Customers were asking for more grip, so the best way was to put these 20 by 11 wrapped in 305 tire, and then the wide body flares to kind of make them look like they belong. So this vehicle is an exceptional handler in a road course. It's about 2 seconds faster, 12 car lengths in our testing than a normal Scat Pack. This is available in manual and automatic transmission, and starts at $44,995. So a great value, kind of like right at the heart of our customer base, and right in our lineup. And then lastly, we have the 1320. This vehicle is kind of the follow-up in terms of Dodge's drag racing heritage and performance. So we couldn't just have the Demon and then walk away from the drag strip. We needed to do something else. And the Demon was a very, I mean, you know, that car has left itself a stamp in the car industry. But this is really a car for the grassroots racer in drag racing. So Demon was very high-end, limited production. This is kind of for the masses. This is based on the RT Scat Pack, so again, the same 485 horsepower Hemi V8 there. But we took a lot of what we learned, the engineers took a lot of what they learned in developing the Demon and applied it here, as well as some of the content. So this vehicle is standard with the trans brake, standard drag radial tires that were developed with Nexen, 275 drag radials, 20 by 9.5 forged aluminum wheels, standard line lock, which actually line lock is now standard on all 392s for the 2019 model year. It also has the same drag suspension as the Demon, as well as a couple minor changes that Jim will go through there. So this is really that, you know, for a guy that doesn't really, you know, is not able to, he doesn't have to compromise, right? He can buy this vehicle, put his family in it, drive to the track on the weekends, bring his family back. So it is standard with a driver's seat only from the factory, but you can buy the passenger seat and the rear seat for $1 each. So for $2 more, you can put the family in there and you're good to go. So what does kind of all the technology wrap up? What does that mean? 3.8 seconds 0 to 60. 11.7 quarter mile at 115 miles an hour. So really exceptional performance from this factory direct drag racing car. So I'm gonna let Mark talk you through some of the tweaks and the cool little features that they put on this vehicle from a design standpoint. So thank you.
Right. Thanks, Kevin. I'm Mark Tosel. Good morning, everybody. You know, to me, one of the coolest things about being a car designer and being able to work on the Challenger is that, you know, we don't have to reinvent this car every year. You know, there's car companies, I think, that, you know, keep trying to, like, I do the latest thing, how can I make this thing look cooler? Where this car really is timeless, and we just continue to refine it and connect with our customer and offer different types of packages to let them customize it, and something that can fit to cater to their needs with it too. So I think that's a great thing about, it says a great thing about this car and how timeless it really is. On the 1320, as Kevin mentioned, you know, one of the things that we try to do from a design standpoint is that, you know, and I'm always blown away at people that get tattoos of our logos. You know, we've got, Mopar has a huge history of you know, iconic logos that still resonate well as our colors. And by the way, I'm going to mention colors a little bit more around lunchtime too. We're going to talk about some things that we'll have for dessert over there after lunch. But they really are iconic logos. Not every car company can you know, you can't just create that or pull that out of thin air. It's something that's earned, and it really is an icon. So if you look at the 1320, the logo there with the old Scat Pack B, the B, we've turned it into this angry B. And as designers, we like to have fun with everything and try and put as much emotion into it as we can. So take a look at the logo when you get a chance. You'll see even the tire that we've designed is wrinkled on it. The helmet that the B is wearing is really inspired by drag racing as well. It has a lot of emotion in it. And then you'll see that logo in the lid air catcher on the interior. It'll be on the splash screen, on the key fob as well. But one of those things that I hope to see somebody have that tattoo as well on them at some point.
It is the first drive of the 1320s. So you guys are getting the first stab at these things. We'll have, so we've got 5 1320s that'll be on the drag strip, and then we got about 8 or 9 Scat Pack wide bodies, and then red eyes for the street drive. And we're just going to send you guys up to Sousa Canyon to Crystal Lake Cafe, and then we're going to swap cars, and we're going to ask that you guys, if and you're going to be paired up, but if you're 2 different outlets, you know, swap, so that we're hoping that you get seat time in both the Scat Pack wide body and in the red eye. It's only about 40 miles up. It should take you a little less than an hour, but we're hoping that you guys can get a little bit of seat time in each one of those cars. At lunch, we'll break. Hopefully, we're going to stop about 12:30, and then we'll swap. So whoever drove the street in the morning will be on the drag strip in the afternoon. Dan Reed's going to be the gatekeeper. You guys know Dan Reed, SRT-PR, among other things. He'll be the one with the clipboard, kind of managing to make sure we get what we need. We know there's a lot of cameras here this morning, so we'll take that into account also. I've kind of got it divided on how I want you guys split up, and so as we break here, I'll tell you what you guys are going to do this morning. Some of you guys have some time challenges, so we'll each on the drag strip first. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, just for those that have been with us before, it's the same type of routine. For those that don't have helmets, we've got helmets over here. We've got balaclavas for you. And like Jim and Scott had said, we're going to run 3 at first. We'll do a first pass with the entire half a group. And then we'll go into round 2 for people. And I'll be keeping track as best I can. Our goal is to get everybody through the first run as quickly as possible. And then people with cameras, you can go do your own stuff. And then just come back and check with me, and I'll tell you where we are as far as getting people around 2 and 4. Hopefully a little bit more than that, but we'll see how it runs.
And if you don't have cameras, we are having photos shot, so we'll have some up on our media site. Not end of day tomorrow, today, early tomorrow.
One more thing about the drag strip, we are using both lanes. We'll be running one at a time, no head to head. We do have 5 1320s here. 4 of them will be running the track eventually. If we get the the white car is going to be off to the side. If anybody wants to play with trans brake a little more, practice that a little more, we're going to do that off to the side. I wouldn't recommend necessarily practicing for your first time at the starting line. One of us will be glad, myself, Andy or Mike will be glad to play with it off to the side with you so you get a little more familiar with it.
And we know everyone's very competitive, but we also know there's like 5 or 6 people who've never been to a drag strip, so, you're not here to set any records. So we're good.
What do you mean?
If you do,
You gonna
hear
talk
that?
about Jack Beckman now?
You're not here to set a
never
record.
discourage that. Because we're glad we're giving people an experience that you've never had, so hopefully you enjoy it.
Yeah, you guys, for us, we want to, this 1320 was designed for the amateur racer that wants something, he can go to the track and have some fun. So we need to give you this experience. This isn't going to be something you can go and typically do. So that's why we want to start here. It's important for us to give you this. We hope you have fun. We hope you're safe. That's the most important thing before we break is just be safe, right? Yeah. Your colleagues are here, the public's around, so just be safe. Nobody here is Superman, but with that, let's divide and get this thing rolling.
Thank you.
And any questions? You guys, any questions before
I know, he ain't doing anything though.
Yeah.
About to go poke the car. Are you alive? Are you alive, car? Come on, do something.
It ain't gonna do no wheel stand. Let's go. Whoa, back up.
You went through the beams. Let's see if the wheel come off the ground. Yep, they work again. I don't think this guy should go down by himself. guy up there, when I give him the signal, I need him to turn the clock on for one of the runs, okay?
The scoreboard? I don't know if they synced it, but they told us later. Okay. They're gonna sync it. They said don't turn it on.
I was just messing with you.
Corner with the body screaming dollar. Never sold it back, but looking like Pablo in the photo. This gon' make him feel away like Tony Cumanolo. You already know that. You already